Last night's freezing temperatures had a lot of us taking precautions to protect our homes, our plants, but we really should think of ourselves too. Experts say a drop in temperatures can really put your health at risk. But of course, there are ways to protect yourself. So Dr. David Winter with Baylor Scott & White joins me now to explain. Hello.
Hello there.
So what is the link between, people say it gets cold outside and I get sick. What's the link there?
In cold weather, we tend to be more indoors and closer to people, and viruses are spread from person to person.
Okay.
So that's the whole key there. We see lots of respiratory infections this time of year with the cold weather. And so you need to be careful. Don't cough or sneeze on somebody. Use the crook of your elbow or a handkerchief. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizers. Be careful because viruses go from person to person. You don't get them anywhere else.
Right.
When you're close together, that's when you get them.
So it's actually being indoors, not necessarily the cold weather outside that influences.
Correct.
Okay, well, these are things we tell kids. I think adults tend to forget, and I see adults coughing and sneezing into their hands all the time. Ugh.
Doesn't work.
No. So I've also read that there happens to be an increase in heart attacks during this time of, year or this season. Why is that?
Cold weather constricts your blood vessels, which can limit blood flow. So if you have heart or circulatory problems, it can exacerbate that. Also, if you have risk factors, high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, that can also put you at risk for circulation problems in cold weather. You want to layer up. I had 5 layers on this morning when I went to work. I was cold. And drink lots of water.
Yes.
Hydrate.
Yeah, there's no shame in layering up, right? I had to do it too, but I'm a wimp, certifiable. Okay, so another serious concern, carbon monoxide poisoning as well. This is one we tend not to think about, but it can be deadly. So how can we prevent this?
Carbon monoxide comes from gas furnaces. So if your heater is a gas heater and leaks some, you can get that. You need to have a carbon monoxide detector. Make sure that it's working. Also, cars put out carbon monoxide. If you're in your car in a garage, you are prone to that. So get out of that garage quickly. You can't smell it, you can't see it, but it's a dangerous chemical out there.
I feel like right now a lot of people are complaining about allergies, and we talked a little bit about this on Daybreak this morning. You got to take care of those allergies if that's the problem right now, so it doesn't turn into a sinus infection. Anything you want to note on that front? Anytime
your sinuses are draining or they're stuffy, viruses can get in there and grow quicker before your immune system can attack those. So yeah, you're more likely to catch a cold or other kind of infection if you're stuffy, if your allergies are acting up. So treat those.
Okay, and then how do people know the difference between allergies and a cold or even the flu?
Sometimes difficult to tell. With allergies, you're more likely to sneeze. With infection, you're more likely to have drainage that can be discolored after a while. But the headaches, the cough, the dry cough, all that is pretty similar. It's kind of difficult sometimes. We can tell by looking often in the exam room, but you yourself, if you're not sure, go see your doctor.
See a doctor, okay. What other complications or sort of concerns pop up in the wintertime?
In the wintertime, particularly when it's dark and gloomy, we get what we call the winter blues.
Yes.
The name is seasonal affective disorder.
Yes.
That's a bad condition. A lot of folks get it pretty desperately. Antidepressants work, a light box works, but just be aware, if you're kind of dragged or fatigued, you may have some depression because your pituitary gland turns down a bit. The sunlight brightens it up. So that's why a light box would work there.
Okay, and then maybe some skin problems. We talked about creams, moisturize, get that done right after you get out of the shower or bath.
And not a real hot shower. Hot shower takes the oil out of your skin, so you have to put more moisturizer on. As cool as you can have it, as you can handle it, and then lots of moisturizer this time of year.
Okay, Dr. Winter, and I love that that's your name too.
Yes, ma'am.
Apropos.
It's my time of year.
It sure is. Thank you so much for your time.